subject that is going to be the hottest subject in the future. Why do you believe in God? And I guess that you in this case also indicate myself. And do I believe in God? No. That should make it easy. And no most of you are shocked. And do I believe in God? No. And do I believe in God? No. Isn't God a figment of man's imagination? God is a feelings by man and not a reality.
Atheism, in other words, the denial of God, has existed since the very earliest times. Yet the real rise of this idea began with a number of 18th century thinkers who were opposed to religion. Materialists such as Denis Diderot, Baron de Holbach, and David Hume claimed that there was no world of existence outside that of matter. Atheism spread still further in the 19th century. Thinkers such as Feuerbach, Marx, Engels, Nietzsche, Durkheim, and Freud applied atheistic ideas to a number of different scientific and philosophical fields. The greatest support for atheism came from Charles Darwin, who denied creation and replaced it with the theory of evolution. Darwinism offered a so-called scientific answer to the question, how did living things and man come into existence? Something atheists had been unable to do for centuries. He claimed that there was a mechanism in nature that gave life to inanimate matter and then produced all the millions of different living species. A great many people came to believe that deception. By the end of the 19th century, atheists had established a worldview that they believed accounted for everything. They denied that the universe had been created, saying that it had existed forever and had no beginning. They suggested that the order and equilibrium in the universe were the result of chance, and that there was no purpose in it.
Chance becomes a sort of providence, which, under the cover of atheism, is not named, but which is secretly worshipped. These words belong to the famous zoologist Pierre-Paul Grasset, former president of the French Academy of Sciences, and himself an evolutionist, and summarize how evolutionists adopt the concept of chance as their god.
بسم الرب الخالق الكريم. Begin all things with the illustrious name of the Sustainer, the generous Creator. In the very beginning was the Word. La ilaha illallah.
If you know Islam, or if you know Arabic, you know the name of Allah is written Leaf, Lam, Ha, Saker. This is Wolof. This is ancient Africa. This is Leaf, Lam, Ha, Saker. This is Allah. But right now, you go to the Quran, you go to the Arabic, they tell you this is Arab, this is African, this is Wolof. I translate the Quran in Wolof more efficiently, more perfectly than the Arabs can do. The Quran we're reading, the vocabulary is this time, is old. The modern day Arabs for Arabic Saudi and Yemen, they cannot translate, they cannot explain those words. It's too old. They call it ancient Arab. And when they relate to ancient Arabs, the people, these are the black peoples of the Arabian Peninsula. These are dark-skinned people. And this is the original name of Allah. Okay.
Can you say their name again?
Leaf, Lam, Ha, Saker. Ha, Saker means the Ha of the pyramid. And this is the right hand. Like you're offering power, you're offering strength, you're offering, it's your right hand. See, the pyramid right there. And your shoulder, your elbow. Leaf, Lam, Ha, Saker. So you're using your own self, see.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a relation between Wolof language and Wahhabi law in Saudi Arabia?
Laws, no, but the language, yes. The Wolof is more ancient.
Okay.
And the Wolof is traced back to the pyramid text. Diab wrote many books about, even a lexicon, a dictionary of Wolof and maybe how grammar, conjugation. I lift, you lift, he lifts, she lifts, we lift, you lift, they lift. The same way they were conjugating, the same way we conjugate, and the same way we write it, and the same meaning is ours.
So Wolof,
3,000 years, 2003 right now, there is no change.
Wolof is Kemetic?
Wolof is Kemetic by nature, is the Kemetic is the Paleo language, okay. It's the mother tongue language. The Wolof is what we speak right now.
So Wolof is a derivative of Kemetic?
Absolutely. Okay. From Thebes to Timbuktu to Tuba is even the same line. When we were aggressed, we just moved somewhere else. We kill people, the others kill us, destroy, stole, burn libraries, but the elders still have the memory. The children are forced to memorize the knowledge, oral tradition. So wherever you go, you have the cultural memory, the cultural background, the political background. I saw how they were enthroning a king, so I can enthrone a king again. I saw how a mighty woman was next to the king, so we should have a mighty woman next to the king again. We saw how we were teaching and raising children, how we were educating them in Kemet. We can do it in Timbuktu, we can do it in Tuba. So we continue, regardless of slavery, regardless of the invention of the Exodus, of the Persians, of the Greeks, of the Romans, of the Arabs, we were invaded. We're still being invaded. But spirituality will never extinct. It's from the mighty Creator. We call him Allah, God, Jehovah, doesn't matter. But Creator, the pure, real, original Creator. We have the pure, real, original spirituality. Will never be extinct. Will never die. We'll just carry on from one generation to another. And that's what you're seeing here. Just like in ancient Egypt.
A brother like this, who is as good as any guide I've ever dealt with in Egypt. And he's explaining it to us from our own cultural perspective. So we really have a gold mine here.
Yes, yes.
Make me want to move to Philadelphia.
Thank you.